Hey guys, lukemick here with Tyler Johnson. We have some bagel bites in the oven, so we gotta hurry up and do this review of The Lone Ranger. Do you want to start off?
Sure, I guess so. Alright, so The Lone Ranger stars Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer.
Of the Social Network.
Yeah.
I'll interrupt you.
And, yeah, for me, I was really excited for this movie. Personally, because I'm a fan of the first Pirates of the Caribbean. So I was pretty excited for this movie, but then looking at the ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, I was getting a little doubtful. And, yeah, we can take over from here.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily excited because of the 2.5-hour runtime. And, I mean, the trailers looked alright, and everything looked like it'd be entertaining. But once I saw the ratings, that really made me think, okay, this might not be very good. So, should we just talk about Armie Hammer and Johnny Depp to start?
Yeah, sure.
Armie Hammer, he was good in The Social Network as the Winklevoss twins. In here, this is kind of his first big blockbuster kind of role, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And I think maybe it was the way his character was written. He is the Lone Ranger, and I feel like he's just kind of a flat Stanley. His character is really bland, and he isn't developed very well. And Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp. He's always doing some wacky role, and he's there, and he's good. But Armie Hammer was alright, but I didn't think he was anything special.
Yeah, as far as what he was given, I thought he did a good job, but his character, like, just, I don't know, it wasn't really that interesting.
Yeah, he wasn't fleshed out.
And they should have built him up more since, you know, he is the Lone Ranger in the title of the movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like the writing kind of sucked it up for him.
Yeah, and that goes with a lot of the characters. There's a lot of just kind of dumb characters in this movie, and none of the relationships are developed at all. They're always just sort of like very kind of just cliched and just very hanging by a string, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his brother's wife, for instance, is kind of like in love with him, and you never really feel that they know each other, and it's just nothing is developed well. I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, and the story, it's also just kind of bland and not very interesting, unfortunately. It was just sort of sporadic and all over the place. It was really hard to follow at some parts, I thought. And they would always be following the bad guys and trying to find the wife, and she would always be, like, just somewhere else, and you'd never know how they'd get to that next point. It was just so very awfully explained with everything that was going on with the story, I thought.
Yeah, I feel like with its 2.5-hour runtime, it felt like this didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like they had so much time and they did nothing, you know? They didn't build anything up, they didn't explain anything.
No.
I felt like it was just a lot of wasted time.
Yeah.
With that.
If there was anything developed, I guess it was Johnny Depp's and Armie Hammer's relationship in a way. I just kind of thought about that. Like, they start to like each other even though they don't like each other at first. But, you know, I mean, that's something you just kind of go in there expecting to see. And we didn't really get anything that spectacular or even that great out of it.
Yeah, I feel like as far as Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer as a team, I thought that was fine.
Yeah, they
did good together. But as far as just development and the dialogue, wasn't that great.
Yeah, so you kind of know what we don't like about the movie. I will say that there are some pretty good action set pieces. The cinematography and direction's all really good. The movie looks really nice. It's nice and bright at times, and there's some cool stuff to look at. It's always fun to look at.
Yeah, and definitely kind of gets away from that Disney feel.
Yeah.
You know, like it kind of has some balls for a Disney flick.
Yeah, I forgot it was Disney while I was watching it. And there are some more brutal moments.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, it's good. And there were just a couple more things. Can you think it was kind of some more not as good things? Can you think of anything? Because there's something I feel like I'm missing right now. I mean, I guess just all in all, it was a real lackluster movie. The plot went nowhere. It was really just hard to follow. The main performances were all right, but I mean, and it was super long. That's something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 hours long, and like Tyler said, you really go nowhere in the movie with that 2.5 hour runtime. And I don't know, it just didn't it just didn't do it for me. That 2.5
It
hours.
didn't actually feel like 2.5 hours. It just felt like I was just watching nothing.
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of sitting there in the theater, just kind of like watching. You know, like I didn't really even like. I looked at the time like a few times. You know.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh my god, let's hurry this. I just felt like I was just watching something. You know.
Yeah.
Like a continuous like I was watching something like a TV show nonstop. You know.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm just kind of sitting there. You know.
Mhm.
Nothing's really happening.
And
Kind of deal.
one more thing that really kind of makes me mad is, if you guys know me at all, I don't like child actors, and there are 2 kids in this movie, and they annoy the hell out of me. Their voices, the way their characters are written, just what they do, just what they say, it really pisses me off. I thought they were annoying and did not like them one bit. So, I think that wraps up the review. Do you have anything else to add?
Pretty disappointed. I've been pretty excited for this movie ever since I heard about it, ever since I saw the trailer, ever since I found out it was the same director as Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
so
And,
I was pretty let down.
And I don't know why, but I'm not a huge Pirates fan of the Caribbean. I never liked those movies, but so I didn't have much desire to see the movie, so I wasn't as let down. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it 1.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely some okay action here, but there's just not enough development, and it's like watching nothing, like Tyler said.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it also 1.5
Yeah.
to a light 2. So it wasn't that great, and yeah, I was really hoping for a lot more. I was pretty let down, like I said before. But if you kind of like that whole like not really action, but just you like Johnny Depp and all that.
Western, like
yeah.
you like that wackiness, I guess.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of, I don't know what the hell, cause yeah. All right, never mind. Just don't. If you want to see it, see it. It's not that great.
We haven't seen Despicable Me 2 yet, but I already can tell that you should go see Despicable Me 2 on the 4th instead of this.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We can recommend that for sure. What we've been hearing.
Yeah.
Despicable Me 2 for the weekend. Go check that one out.
Yeah.
Stay away from the Lone Ranger.
Yes,
Stay away.
please. So that's Luke, Mick, and Tyler. Signing off. Please subscribe, and what's coming out next week? Pacific Rim.
Job.
Definitely go to see that, and unfortunately Grown Ups too.
Oh yeah. I forgot about, yep. That's gonna suck.
So
I can
we'll
already tell.
see you guys next week. All right.
Yep.
See ya.
See you guys.